Hey, Stubby here. And today we're digging into integrated dynamics. This is a really cool mod. Also, stay tuned for updates about the community server. Watch the video. Let's go. Hello, everybody. We are back. Oh, man. Okay, so in response to the concrete question, purple it is. I stuck it somewhere right here. So we're going to rock purple as part of the design. And I put together stuff to make. I'm going to start with white because you can actually use the Philosopher's Stone to change colors. So white was easy. Bone meal to grass, got it a bunch of different flowers, and just said, let's go with white, and we'll figure it out from there. Might use whites, might use grays, just a nice contrast to the purple. I'm thinking like a light gray, a white, a lighter color. I don't want to go too colorful in the spectrum because if we're using that purple, we need to make it pop. Coming up with designs. I'm almost thinking kind of like a modern house, modern factory ish build, some glass, something like that. Other things. So I did a lot more learning on the pollution mod. I still have a lot to learn, but apparently, so torches give off a little bit. I had to play with this. Like this block actually had it coming out. I was under the impression that there was a vent attached to it, it would just work, but I had to just peek. Like I think it was that back corner had some, the front one had some. Just little learning. I'm gonna, I'll end up tearing them down, testing, replacing, trying to find the optimal vent path setup because you can only go 16 blocks, counting the pump, out. That's a little pump. Also, the other thing I've noticed is, although this filter works great, when it stops, I get that. So I put the other three I had in there, but these are really hard to make. Oh wait, what was that? What recipe is that? Clean room. Interesting. So to make them, I need a cobalt plate. I need aluminum plates. It's just things I currently don't have. So I'm going to end up converting this to 3 filters. And we might actually just do an individual chimney for each system. Like I said, you can use hoppers next to the bottom filter of the chain, and it'll automatically empty out the byproducts, so those don't build up. So hopefully we can make this work. Ow. So where am I at? So looking forward, if you guys have played this pack, I would love some help. I've been looking up, trying to find how to make hemp. I have not gotten hemp seeds. I've spent about a stack of bone meal on here and gotten a ton of seeds and flowers, but no hemp seeds. So if that's the way I got to go, and I got to dump, a couple stacks of bone meal till I get them, cool, I'll do it. I just kind of looking forward to how to. If anybody knows the best way to do it, that would be awesome. I would love the feedback and the help to get me going forward. But since I don't have the hemp, I really don't want to move too far on the windmill. Plus, I need to make a design for it. But we're going to go with integrated dynamics and also the mob. Getting started. That's what it was. We're going to make the mob cage. So the mob cage, one of the drops you'll get is the experience droplets. And moving to blaze powder, we can pour liquid experience over sulfur dust. And sulfur dust we actually can get as a byproduct from our chimney, if I understood that correctly. So that's going to be the plan. So hopefully it'll work out. But today is integrated dynamics. So in the integrated dynamics quest chain, we are going to, there it is. We're going to get the mechanical squeezer. We've got, in between episodes, I knocked out the generator, and I knocked out, what was it? The Harvestcraft tools. It was just a bunch of bricks. And I knocked out just a few more of this quest chain. I think it was the redstone alloy. I got the redstone. And there's a couple others. Cactus, sugarcane, books, paper. Oh, clay shears. The recipe changed. So if you started when I did, this was iron shears. The recipe has since changed to clay shears, so I knocked that one out. and just a few little odds and ends. I just mostly did little prep stuff, and you kind of get things along the way. So today we're going to the mechanical squeezer and the mechanical drying basin, which is where this generator is going to come into play. And hopefully the pollution isn't too bad. I also don't think you actually need the vents touching it. I think with the vents above, it will suck it out. I think it's just more efficient. So that's a design I want to play with, and we're going to test it with integrated dynamics. So to make the mechanical squeezer, we'll have to use a squeezer, 2 batteries, a diamond, and an obsidian. Batteries are rocking these mineral chunks and redstone. Mineral chunks, mineral. And the reason I want to get the mineral, the mechanical squeezer first is because this is how I get mineral. Just lots of bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. You let that fill up, cycle the redstone signal, and 3, 2, 1, dry. Oh, that was actually really good timing. All right. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. And don't tell anybody, but a certain stubby is still being silly. Yes, I am. It's a thing. All right. We're going to need some redstone. Dang, it's already nighttime. Boom. Sleep. And let's go ahead and make our mechanical squeezer. I feel like I should have waited because I think I needed 2 more of these, but that's okay. Mechanical squeezer. We'll still need a diamond and an obsidian. Diamond, obsidian. And let's look at the recipe squeezer. 2 of those. We'll need 2 of these redstone blocks. There's our 2 batteries. And a mechanical squeezer. The other one we're going to do is the mechanical drying basin. Oh, sorry, thought I clicked it. Which is going to be the same thing. So I'm going to need 4 more blocks of mineral chunks, which I have enough to make 1. 2 obsidian. 1, 2. Did I say 2 drying basins? No, just 1. Okay. 2 more blocks of redstone. 1, 2. And we will grab the generator that we have. I really need storage. And for now, I'm going to set it up over here. This will be for the words. Can't think of the word. Blast furnace. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, sorry about that. My mind didn't want to work. All right, so let's put the mechanical squeezer here. And we'll put the mineral wood in there. And let's go grab ourselves a burnable material. Coal and mineral. Just top off that stack since we already used a couple. And we're going to look at what kind of pollution gives off. And someone suggested mineral torches in here. I'm wondering maybe the mineral torches don't put off pollution, or they light differently. I got to play. I've only made it so far into integrated dynamics, which honestly is essentially right about where we're at. So this stuff up here is, I'm not sure. I've used it to the drying basin to make magma blocks, and I think that's as far as I've ever gotten into a pack. So I'm eager to see what can happen. So we're getting mineral resin and mineral chunks. Nice. That's a pretty good work. So we'll need, I believe it was 4 of these blocks. And we have the drying basin. Ta-da! Now the question is, does this auto output? No, it does not. So what we're going to want to do is we'll use this as an opportunity to get into the pipes mod. Coal chunk and rotten flesh. The pipes mod right here. So we'll need the wrench. It looks like it'll use any wrench. Iron rod. Nope. Nope. No. This one. Mineral and redstone. Easy. Once I had more mineral. We'll use the pipes mod. We'll filter the pipe to auto export into here. Looks like it's a nice easy amount. And then we can pipe out of the basin. You could use hoppers. I want to come up with a nice way. I think a larger building where I can actually hide the pipes under floor, in walls, things like that. I think it could look really clean. Maybe we'll make a giant industrial building as our whole base, and we have, you know, an office location and separate work floors, factories. I don't know. I think that could look cool. You guys, you know, we'll have you guys want to do a giant corporate warehouse manufacturing plant, maybe a parking lot out front, grass because all big companies have to have their manicured lawns. Should we do that? If we should do that, let me know. What kind of build do you guys want to see? Do we want to do multiple buildings in a city-esque format? Do we want to have one giant themed building where we spend a lot of time on the details? And with your suggestion, go ahead and throw out. You know, do you want it? If you want the city, give me a name. What name do you guys want? Otherwise, it's gonna end up something like Stubbyopolis. if you want to, if you're voting for the giant company manufacturing plant, give it a name. You know, let's hear it. Well, I'm gonna select whichever one I think gets the most likes. Their sounds pops the most. Oh, and maybe it could be a combination too. Maybe I get a lot of likes for the industrial warehouse, but a cool city name, and we'll use the city name instead. So I don't know, but I want to use your guys' feedback. Let's make this interactive. Let's have fun. You guys have been really great. Lots of feedback, lots of help, and I want to take advantage of that. And it's a little way I could show appreciation, along with the fact that if you hop in the Discord, our community server is launching tomorrow. I'm just until midnight Eastern U.S. time zone, taking the votes for what pack you guys want to play, and it will be set up. And tomorrow we'll do the grand launch, and you guys can come on and have some fun. Just, you know, be nice, be respectful, and maybe find ways to help each other out, work as a team. And I almost forgot what I was doing. Ha! Do. Wrench, and we need the pipes. Which we're going to use the fluid pipe, iron, buckets, redstone. Easy. Oh. Iron, redstone. Some random reason we might need sticks and cobblestone. Not a clue why. Don't know what's happening there, guys. Nothing to see, nothing to see. Everybody close your eyes. You didn't see nothing. Boom. All right. And we'll do 2 buckets. Pipes. The item pipes are pretty good too, so we could actually rock the item pipe as well out of it. We could then pipe the fluid one way, the items the other way. For now, we're just gonna do the simplest way. This has a pretty decent buffer space. We're just gonna do that. Very ugly, but it'll work. Fills up. Oh, that was the issue. I knew there was a reason I was wanting this. It needs power. I should have moved it over one. Oh well. Boom, boom. Ta-da! So now we are making our mineral chunks from here, and the leftover residue we're rocking into more blocks. So we are going to be loaded with mineral. And now we can find how we're going forward with this. I really like the colors. I will say that this integrated dynamics color scheme, there's no other way to say it. This is a really beautiful blue. I really like it. It goes well. It's got this nice, I don't know. I like it. Maybe it's just me, but I think it looks good. Man, maybe there's ways we can, oh, there's storage. Allows access to all storage fluid in the network. And this is from integrated terminals. What? What? Wait. Hold on. I did not know you could do all this. Oh, guys. I was sitting over here going, man, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of storage boxes and until I get to play with applied energistics. Because I was looking, I was like, there's no simple storage. I wanted like at simple or uh, all I could find really my quick looking was like the drawers, but logic cables are the mods pieces they connect components to the network. So let's do this. Let's see what we can make. We can go with logic cable sticks. Cables made for logic. What else is in this mod? And integrated. We have logic cables. We have these blocks. We have mineral torches. Importers, exporters. That seems like a lot of stuff that I'm familiar with refined storage. So it should hopefully be in a similar vein that I'm not too stumped when we're getting ready to build this. But oh, we can definitely make an area with just storage and clean up my boxes. Is it already nighttime? Oh, the days go fast. Look at this. Loads. Hey, look. Oops, those fell in. Pollution's actually staying pretty clean in here. This may or may not actually be putting off pollution. So what's next after the logic cables? Variable cards. Variable cards are the primary mode of logic transport. They contain a preference to a certain value with a certain value. Is that why there was... that's why they talked about strings, integers, doubles, long, booleans. So this one, I just checked it off. If you guys have any sort of programming background, these are extremely familiar to you. If you guys have any in-depth math backgrounds, these should also be pretty familiar to you. It's just talking about strings being text, integers, whole numbers, doubles is decimal points, long is a large whole number, boolean is true, false statements, yes, no statements, and a list is a list. Which means we are getting into a logic capability. So network components like a Redstone reader have aspects, Redstone comparator, etc. of specific types. For components that read set variables like readers, you can insert a variable card next to an aspect and save a preference set variable. Then you would insert a variable card into something that uses a variable, say a display panel, and it will do some logic with it. An unset variable card functions as a boolean. So paper and crystallized mineral chunks. So it looks like we are going to be, we're going to be ending up nerding out on this, guys. We're going to have some fun. I wonder how creative we could get. Okay, this makes me want to know if you guys have done some really creative stuff with integrated dynamics, because this is new to me. Pop in the Discord, send me pictures, hop in the comments. I really want to know what you guys have done. If you have gotten into integrated dynamics, tunnels, whatever, terminals, let me know what you've done, because I'm excited. I want to play with it, and I want to see what you guys have. What motivate me with what you've done too. There's our variables. Now, can we do anything with these just like this? Nope. All right. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Integrated dynamics has a little bit of a lag problem when the variable ID count gets too high. When you reset a variable or part by crafting it by itself, it makes a new ID every time. It keeps checking for the old one. And by a bit of lag, I mean potentially world breaking. A majority of users won't notice anything, but if you want to test some setups, creating dozens of new variables and parts, I suggest doing it in a creative test world first. Make sure your build works before implementing it in your survival world. Minimize the amount of variable and part IDs. As an example, if you take this card and craft it by itself to reset it, then make it into a new variable. It gets a new variable ID. Okay, 2627. However, if you don't reset it and just reprogram the existing variable, okay. So we'll have to pay attention to that. I'll have to set up a creative test world so we can mess with this stuff, because I don't really want to break the server, and I'll start making some backups of it a little more frequently. Might be a thing. Oh, we should. Let's go ahead and turn this one off. And we'll grab our buckets that are here. Here. I knew I had a bucket. 1, 2, 3. Craft it. Might just craft that one instead because I'm silly. Another bucket. Time in a bottle. 1, 2. That has EMC on it. Let's go dump. Let's clean up anything we have with EMC attached. There we go. And we should get magma blocks. No EMC on the magma blocks. Ah! I want to keep that, keep that. All right, so these magma blocks are going to come in handy on our way to get netherrack. Netherrack is back in the drying basin. So we'll have to produce lava. I'm going to keep 2 of those, actually, for now. Just in case. Might need them. Don't know. We'll have to set up lava production. And there may be a mechanical squeezer, magma cream, and blaze powder. Fired crucible. So it'll probably end up doing the crucible method, because I'm not going to sit here and do the block conversion over and over again, but I could set up an automated process, hopper into a crucible over a heat source. You could do magma blocks, give 2x, redstone. The way the heat source is, so the crucible melts solids into liquids. The fired one is the one you want to use. And you can go to the heat sources tab and you can see this multiplier. So a magma block underneath it would give it, make it melt twice as fast. Single speed, twice as fast. A furnace would be 3 times as fast. Lava would be 3 times as fast. Furnace will obviously put off pollution. Lava can burn stuff down. Fire would be 4x. A campfire would be 4x, but pollution. 4x, 4x, 1x, 2x. So we could do a campfire and deal with the pollution aspect of it, especially if it's inside, but we need to get creative. Okay, so moving forward, we have a display panel. A display panel takes a variable card and will display its value. For instance, if given a card for the integer value of a redstone signal, the panel will display the numerical strength of the signal. Okay. Redstone signal transfer. One of the most simple things. Okay, so there's a lot of reading here, guys. Looking at all of these, we're going to be reading for a while. I don't think you guys want to hear me read all this to you. You guys are capable of reading if you're playing along. I will kind of click on these real quick. If you're interested, you can pause them or download the pack. But I'll read these on the off time so we can just move forward. And we'll take a pause on integrated now. We'll move forward and come back on the next episode ready to produce a lot of stuff. I'll take the time to read, understand, and hopefully get some creation ideas from you guys. And we'll just do ourselves a little bit of wrapping up moving forward. So we could do this morpho tool. I think I actually have blue, red, and green. What makes green dye? Oh, cactus. Hey. I know cactus will. Red. That'll make red and blue. Maybe? Kind of looks like a light blue. It does. blue dye. So blue dye comes from cornflower or cornflower or cornflower. Corn we don't have. I don't believe I've gotten to lapis yet. Blue vine seed maybe. Vine, blue. Yep. Okay, so we'll circle back to that one. Pipes, we can actually, let's go ahead and knock out, we can knock out the rest of these pipes. It'll give us some coal coke, some iron, and we'll knock out the mob farm items. So I need cobble, redstone, redstone. So lots of iron, lots of cobble. Boom, boom. Redstone, iron. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna make the pipes. Item pipe, we're gonna do a dropper, probably 2 droppers, yep. And we have the item pipes. We're gonna make the energy pipes. And then if you wanted to, you could use these. They're all unique. You can run them in parallel. You can use 2 energy pipelines in parallel and use the wrench to separate them. Or you can craft them into a universal pipe that'll handle all 3 types. That knocks out that. And let's do the mob cage. We're going to want a chest. So let's grab ourselves some oak. So this first mob cage, we'll need a nugget. Fence. Chain. And we have a mob cage. Hopping mob cage simply adds a chest. Turned into a hopper. Add some redstone. And now it hops. So we'll have to do the DNA. I kind of looked in this one with ma DNA. We'll use these samplers. There's the basic one, a diamond one, and a netherite one. This uses basic entities. You can go stab the entity, get its DNA. This one will use stronger entities. And so I'm assuming passive, hostile. That's what makes sense to me, but I could be wrong. And then this one will do bosses, so we could get, say, the Wither or something. So that could be interesting. And then we'll get with that, we'll get the experience drops from them, which will help us automate blaze powder. So that will be nice. Mob cage. Lots of iron back. These powered hoppers, Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4. Small pot for growing many kinds of plants, can automatically harvest the crop, putting it in inventory below. Okay, be something to play with. Check it out. I wonder how the greenhouse concept affects the botany plots, because if you put a lot of carbon into the atmosphere, it'll make your crops grow faster. I'm wondering if that'll affect botany pots. That could be something to test if you guys haven't already. I might have to test it. All right, looking forward. Let's see. We can knock off. Just we'll go to that chapter. We need to make a flint and steel, but we don't have steel. We'll need to make end portals. Honeycombs we need to get to. Diamond, mesh. We're going to get there. It's a lot of diamond. I think that about wraps up. Defense points are signified. Talking about the different armors. Projectile projection. Heart piece. Health container. Drop chance 1%. We can make our armor levels. Backpacks. Let's make a backpack real quick, guys. Chest, leather, string. We'll wrap up here on the backpacks. I love these backpacks. Rabbit. String. Suddenly we have leather. Basic backpack. Needs a chest. Boom. Okay. So these backpacks. You open it up. This is the basic backpack. These are the storage slots, and this is an upgrade slot. Each level of backpack, so you go traditional leather, iron, gold. Oh, wait, those are the colored ones. There's upgrades for that. Oh, right here. Okay. Iron, gold, diamond, netherite. Each upgrade gives you more storage spaces, dramatically more storage spaces, and an extra slot. So second level will give you 2, 3, 4, so on. And then you can use these upgrades where there's a lot of benefits. My favorite one is auto eating, the auto compressing, and so on. These give you, you could put a crafting table in there. You could have it auto smelting in there. Looks like not all the upgrades are in here. So we got eating, hunger, restock, deposit, inception, put some more backpacks, filtering, tank. You can add a tank to it in lieu of some of your storage space, and take some of your storage space and give it a power storage in there too. So really cool, really fun. And they just go on your back. And you can press the B key by default or rebind it, and there's your backpack. So cool things. And we will go ahead and wrap up here. In between episodes, I'm not going to do too much progress. I'm going to spend a lot of time reading and testing this integrated dynamics. I'm very curious about it. And please, if you know the hemp way, please let me know. I'm going to go in the Discord and ask too, because I've been trying. I'm probably going to do a bunch more bone meal. And I'm going to wrap up. I need to get the red wool, which will be easy to make. I'll knock this market out just so we have it. Hemp seeds in the market. I'm silly. Let's do it. Let's test. Let's find out, guys. Red. String. Market. Guys, I asked this question earlier, and now I feel really, really silly. Let's go with oak. Boom, boom. Needed string, red dye. Oh my goodness, guys. I can't, yeah. I bet. I bet. No. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it'd be in here. Beetroot, no. I don't see hemp. Palm. No, it's set down to only the Pam's ones. Yeah, okay, so then if you guys know how to do the hemp seeds, let me know. So, until next time, look forward to seeing you guys soon. Stubby out.